So do people remember these going up a couple years ago? I remember seeing it in Wisconsin. They were way up in the air, and everybody knows these are Elon Musk satellites. Yeah, and you're told that it's all about so everybody can have faster internet. What difference does that make when all this shit is what's silencing people? See, I think all social medias are silencing, not because maybe it's not necessarily the people in charge, but it's because of Starlink. Elon Musk is a globalist. They are not going to turn from their ways. He's the one that wants to take people into the Neuralink system, which this is part of it. Because what this goes on to create is this. It's like a net around the whole earth. Yeah, this is nothing for God, though, Elon. This is where you people, Peter Thiel, all of you globalists, you've bit off more than you can chew. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess Peter Thiel and, Musk, he's from Africa, but they go back to the apartheid in Africa. Yeah, I just wonder, what were they really on the right side? Maybe not. Is that why they then go and support Trump? Because what happens is when you have people that are jerk-offs, and I see them as jerk-offs, endorse Trump, then you get all these articles written about Trump's a racist, Trump's this. No, just because they endorse him, I almost think they endorse him just so that stuff is said. But you have to be a smarter person than that and see that these people are globalists. They've been on this track for a long time. So you get this net around the whole earth of satellites. And why I say they bit off more than they can chew is because this is a slave system you can't get out of. Because it's merging the human. They want to inject a mesh into your brain. And then you'll be all interconnected. And they see this, the science, the scientism, sees this as evolving. Yeah, this is a way for you to evolve. If you want to really evolve, you can become merged with machines. Yeah, totally ridiculous. But the people that likely know that if they face their maker, they're going to hell because they just haven't been living. They've just been stealing from the little people and being slave masters. And, they're getting older and like, oh, and I can't be facing God. We got to find a way to live forever. Well, this is their idea of living forever. Yeah, I'll die fighting before you do this shit to me. But there's no way I'll trust Elon. Not a chance. This is about neural lace. So there's the lace around the earth, all those satellites going up, that really those are what's controlling, I believe, all social medias. And it's silencing anybody that's like me, because every social media platform I'm shadow banned. So and I will be until God blows Neuralink satellites out of the sky, which will happen. Because when you take people into a slave system that no one can get out of, well, then that's when the creator has to step in. That's what was stupid about this idea of theirs. So it works. The neural lace works by injecting a mesh across your brain that hopefully gives a new way to communicate with your computer. Yeah, who the hell wants to do that? I have no desire. I mean, these people are disturbed. Please understand that. This is not an exaggeration. This is not a conspiracy theory. Elon Musk has many contracts with the Department of Defense. Yeah, and the Department of the Defense has been funding the slave cobalt mining. That's done so you can have your phone and your battery charging and all that. Yeah, that's slave labor. Like real slave labor. So the Department of Defense is one of the many funders of that, and yet they are all in with Elon Musk. 2023, Elon Musk just won another massive military contract, this time for satellites. These are all globalists. Yeah, they're not going to turn from their globalist ways and say, yeah, we want to get on board with freedom. No, they're just trying to take the world into this sick control system to where you have a mesh in your brain and you're connected to the computer and all the satellites, then they can control you. That's why I say they bit off more than they can chew, because God, I said before, there always has to be a place where there's a lighthouse. America's been that lighthouse where there's a place to get to, but you take the whole world and everybody in it into a system where you can control everything, because you want to merge everybody with computers. Well, nobody will have a chance. So that's when God steps in. I mean, they should read the Bible before they went about doing this. But I in a way think that they're like on a death mission for themselves. I do. I think in some ways they do this stuff wanting to force God's hand. Yeah, that's why it says in the Bible, don't test God. So I think that's part of it. I think part of it is they just think that's nonsense. There is no God. That'll be the most beautiful day in the world. It's when all the satellites just go exploding and Elon Musk loses all of his control in Department of Defense. Neural lace and programmable cells. Yeah, who wants to be like that? Symbiosis with your computer. No thanks, Elon. But there's not like they are gonna. You're not gonna have a choice. But I'm not trying to scare anybody, because people get all freaked out. All I'm trying to say is you have to see the bigger picture here. These globalists, and Elon Musk has always been one. I thought people knew that. I mean, he's part of, like you could say, no, he doesn't support, just because he came out and said, we have to be worried about AI and killer robots. He's part of what created most of this. He hasn't stopped. He bought Twitter for a reason. Yeah, it's about, look, it's just no good. This is going to be a God intervention. That's what it's going to take. I've been sick to my stomach the last few hours too, like vomiting. It's probably because of this day, because these people are so disturbed. These globalists, they're just disturbed people. They're so obsessed with wanting to control everyone's brain. I mean, it's gone on forever. This psychology of socialism and you guys are all the problem with the world. And this has been an ongoing debate online that Elon Musk says is not true, that he did not come here because what his father says, or that they had an emerald mine and they were part of the apartheid. Well, I mean, they were the white Africans. That's why I can't stand some of these people, because this is why all these people pushing DEI, they're pushing it for the very people that were a part of the African apartheid. That was around before America, okay? So stop blaming the everyday Americans. Just because Peter Thiel and Elon Musk go back to that history. I mean, not all the way back, but yeah, it's been an ongoing debate about, Elon Musk says he did not come here because of the apartheid, because of, an emerald mine. But, I mean, he's on board with the Department of Defense, who does, has been funding cobalt slave mining. So he clearly doesn't care who he loves getting the military contracts, except not our military, but the Department of Defense anyway. The globalists, they're funding cobalt slavery mining. Those kids. So why would you want to be tied to any contract with the Department of Defense when you know that? Well, maybe because, did your family have anything back in the day? Maybe you didn't own a mine, but you said you earned your own money. Yeah, I'm not buying it. We don't know, we know nothing about Elon Musk, but nothing I trust about him. And every single one of those media people that praises him, well, the day they go down will be the day I know this country is turning around.